We have now seen our first 4 factors that influence exchange rates: imports and exports, speculation, relative interest rates, and relative inflation rates. For instance, if a country's inflation rate is higher relative to its competitors, its prices will go up by more than those of its competitors. So its exports will become relatively more expensive, and foreign consumers will demand less of the country's currency to buy its expensive exports with, leading to a decrease in demand for their currency, which will finally depreciate the country's exchange rate. But if a country's inflation rate is lower relative to its competitors, its prices will go up by less than those of its competitors, so its exports will become relatively cheaper, and foreign consumers will demand more of the country's currency to buy its cheaper exports with, leading to an increase in demand for their currency, which will finally appreciate the country's exchange rate. Our 5th factor that influences exchange rates is FDI. FDI stands for Foreign Direct Investment, and foreign direct investments are investments made by a firm in one country into a firm in another country to gain control over the foreign firm. Like when Indian cotton company Tata paid a large foreign direct investment to acquire British car company Jaguar. But when Tata went into the payment, Jaguar wouldn't accept Indian rupees. So Tata needed to change their rupees for pounds, thereby increasing the demand for pounds. And an increase in the demand for a currency will cause a currency to appreciate. So Tata's foreign direct investment caused the UK pound to appreciate. And the more FDI a country receives from abroad, the more its currency will appreciate. On the flip side, what would happen to the UK's exchange rate if FDI decreases? If FDI decreases, then there will be less foreign businesses like Tata demanding UK pounds to pay UK businesses like Jaguar with. And a decrease in demand for the pound will lead to a depreciation of the exchange rate. So, in summary, our 5th factor that influences exchange rates is FDI. An increase in investment from abroad will increase the demand for a currency, and therefore the exchange rate will appreciate. But a decrease in FDI from abroad will decrease the demand for a currency, causing the exchange rate to depreciate.